Did you know that some things that don't seem to be useful could be taking your energy, bringing you problems, and stopping your success? That's perfect. According to Buddhist beliefs, many of the things we keep in our homes are bad for our luck, make us sick, or even bring us financial ruin. It's hard to believe. Just think about how much better your life would be if you knew exactly what to get rid of in your home to bring in more happiness and wealth. Truthfully, not knowing these things can cost you a lot in life. Ever think about why some things in your life keep getting stuck? Maybe that job that never gets finished, being tired all the time, or even problems with money that don't make sense. These symptoms might have something to do with the bad emotions that have built up in your home. Worse yet, you may be keeping these 8 things without knowing how they affect your health and well-being. However, I am here to assist you in changing that currently. Do not miss this chance to learn how to change your space and make room for a new phase. In this movie, I'll show you each of these 8 things that Buddhist teachings say you should get rid of right away. In addition to that, I'll tell you exactly how these bad forces work and why getting rid of these things right away is so important. Take the first step toward a cleaner, wealthier, and healthier life right now. Get ready for a real energy cleanse that will set you up for a new circle of happiness and peace. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you don't miss future movies like this one. And write in the comments, I bring wealth, health, and prosperity into my life. You will start to align your goals with the change that is going to happen this way. Will you join me on this journey of change? How good your life is depends on the energy of the place where you live. It pulls good or bad things to you like a magnet, slowly changing your daily life. A room full of bad energy can ruin your plans, make you weaker, and bring you problems you can't even explain. There's no surprise that Buddhist beliefs tell us to be careful. Maintaining the energy in your home is like managing your future. If you ignore this, you could end up in loops of lack and problems that never seem to go away. Think of a house as a draw. The type of energy that builds up in a space or item is different. If the energy isn't moving, you might feel like everything around you is stopped and heavy all the time. But if it runs smoothly, your life will be full of wealth, health, and peace. This change isn't about magic. It's about keeping things in balance. This balance may not be present in your home, making it a place where problems and stagnation are likely to happen. Changing your home's energy is not a nice to have. People who want more success, peace, and well-being must do it. Buddhists believe that getting rid of certain things is a powerful act that opens up new options and ways that were previously closed. But to get to this state of unity, it is important to figure out what is stopping the flow. There are things that hold energy that causes harm, sickness, and lack. And as long as they stay in your home, it may seem like nothing you do is working because the problem comes from something you haven't gotten rid of yet. Right now is the time to make your home a place that moves your life forward. Getting rid of what is holding you back could be the key to unlocking your dreams. If you're sick of knowing something is wrong, but not being able to put your finger on it, get ready for an awakening. Now is the time to learn how energy works and how, based on what you do in your space, it can be your best friend or worst enemy. And this is only the first thing you need to do to make your surroundings truly supportive of your happiness and success. Now that you know how important it is to keep your home's energy clean and balanced, it's time to find the 8 things that, according to Buddhist teachings, are making your energy shine and attracting poverty, sickness, and ruin. Now, let's go over each of these things in more detail so that you can easily see what you need to get rid of and take a clear step toward a happier and more successful life. Plants stand for life, growth, and starting over. When they are healthy, they help clean the air and make the place feel better. The opposite is true for plants that are dead or wilted, though. They stand for a lack of movement, confusion, and energy. Buddhist teachings say that keeping a plant inside that has lost its health is like letting the energy of death and sadness stay, blocking the arrival of new chances and plenty. They can really be used as a source of power. For example, having a dead plant in your living room or workplace may not seem useful, but it creates an atmosphere of being tired and ready to give up. Did you ever notice that places with lots of dead plants always feel darker and heavier, even when there is light on them? This happens because the energy they give off is sad, which is a direct mirror of how they feel. When the dead leaves pile up, it makes a part of the house look bright and happy, which affects everyone nearby. The best thing to do is get rid of the dead plants and put in new ones that are healthy and full of life. If you don't have time to take care of real plants, you could use high-quality fake plants. Just make sure you don't ignore them or let them get dirty. One other choice is to pick species that don't need as much care, like cacti and succulents. Putting fresh flowers in the pots every once in a while can also give the room new life and color. Just remember to take the flowers out when they begin to fade. Getting rid of the dead plants is a sign of renewal and brings back the spirit of growth. Making this small change can change the mood in your home and bring new life and wealth into your life. Symbolically, broken or useless things stand for loss and stagnation. Buddhist teachings say that anything in our homes that doesn't serve a purpose anymore blocks the flow of good energy. This creates places where energy stays still, which has an effect on other parts of our lives. You might have trouble, feel tired, or even lose track of your goals when these things are around you. It's like the space is moving away from what doesn't work anymore, making room for something new. Picture that chair full of broken electronics, like an old cell phone that doesn't work or the broken kitchen item that you said you'd fix but has been sitting there for years. Without you even realizing it, these things hold on to energy that stops new chances from happening and can even mess up the flow and comfort of your own home. The energy that isn't being used can also change the atmosphere, giving it a nightmare-like feel and even causing mental clutter. The best way to solve this problem is to carefully look at it and get rid of anything that is no longer needed. Donate, recycle, or properly get rid of broken things if you have no other choice. Things that are damaged but have emotional value should be fixed up or used in a way that makes you happy instead of just taking up space. Also, take your time if there are things that need to be fixed. It's time to say goodbye if you don't fix them in 3 months. To bring new life into your home, fill the empty places left by broken things with things that remind you of good times or are useful in everyday life. One idea is to put a picture of something inspiring or some fresh flowers where something useless used to be. By doing this, you encourage a renewal of energy, breaking up any blocks and letting happiness and prosperity spread easily throughout the house. Fixing the old with the new makes the space lighter and more alive, which is in line with your growth goals and dreams. Things that are broken, like chairs with broken legs, seats that are broken, or tables with broken tops, have an energy of wear and inequality. In Buddhist lessons, this kind of storage shows how hard it is to let go of things that are no longer valuable or useful. They change not only how the space looks, but also how it feels, making it feel like nothing is new or coming together, and that things are always splitting apart. This could have a direct effect on how motivated you are and how you see your life. One common example is the old sofa in the bedroom, which has lost its shape and has a layer on top of it to hide it, or the chair in the corner that no one uses because it's unsteady and dangerous. These storage pieces might not seem useful, but they can have an effect on your mind, like making you feel like you're stuck in the past and can't move. These pieces show that you don't care about the world or the energies that flow through your life, even if you try to ignore them. When dealing with broken storage, the best thing to do is to either fix it or get new pieces that are in good shape. Putting old things back together can be a great way to keep their past alive and give the room new life. If fixing the piece isn't possible, think about giving it away or reusing it. Fixing a broken chair with a new one or fixing a chair that is worn out with a soft trap brings a sense of renewal to your home that helps bring wealth and comfort. More than that, getting rid of the trap that doesn't serve you anymore will give you a sense of space and open the door to new possibilities in your life. A storage area that is well taken care of shows that you are ready for new things and that you value the flow of good energy in your home. Also, don't worry about spending a lot of money. All you need to do is make a few small changes that make your room feel different. Things that were passed down from family or friends can hold memories and energy of the people who held them. It is thought by Buddhists that everything around us holds some of the energy of the people and events that happened in the past. What this means is that things you receive, especially ones that come from sad or painful times, can bring bad energy into your home. Keeping these things around may mean that feelings of sadness, loss, or even hopelessness stay in the space, changing the mood of the place in a subtle way. A typical example is the trap, which is made up of the things that belong to a family member who has died and who lived through hard or painful times. You might have a stone chair from a grandfather who went through a lot in the last few years, or a piece of a trap from someone who had mental problems. Even though these things don't seem to do anything, they often connect the room with the energy of pain or sadness. It's possible for your presence to make people feel sad or emotionally stuck, even if you're not aware of it. To deal with these kinds of things, you need to figure out what is really important to keep. You can keep something if it makes you happy and reminds you of good times. When you look at it, though, if it makes you feel sad, hurt, or like bad times, it might be time to say goodbye. You could do a routine of Thanksgiving and saying goodbye to the object before giving it away or passing it on. This way, you could thank it for being a part of your life and let it go in a symbolic way. This can make the process of letting go happier and lighter, which will help you move on. If you want to keep some of these things, you need to clear their energy by doing things like smudging them with incense or leaving them out in the sun for a few days. This can help get rid of the bad feelings that come with them and give them a new life in the surroundings. Putting quartz crystals near these things can also help clean the energy they send out. Remember that the most important thing is that the place you're in is full of joy and lightness and free of energies that aren't good for you. One of the main places where energy gets stuck in a home is when magazines, old tickets, papers, and other useless items pile up. Buddhist beliefs say that anything we have in excess that doesn't serve a clear purpose in our lives forms energy blocks that stop the environment's natural flow. The fact that we keep every piece of paper shows that we still carry around a heavy weight from the past. Even though these things may not seem useful, the energy they hold can block out new possibilities and make you feel mentally and physically disorganized. This can be seen in the stack of magazines that are never read, or the trunk full of old tickets that are never used. Also, a lot of people keep instructions for things they no longer own or papers from classes and studies that are no longer useful. They give off an energy that can affect your mental clarity and the airiness of your home, even if they are stored in chairs or boxes. The unfinished business from the past seems to always be there, telling you that you still need to take care of some things. To get rid of this pile, start by sorting the really important papers like contracts and personal records and putting them in sheets. To keep personal information safe, the rest can be thrown away, recycled, or destroyed, like used tickets and papers that aren't needed. As an added bonus, you can save even more room by digitizing important papers and keeping them in digital form. Swapping out the box of papers for something more positive, like a small plant or a piece of art that inspires you, is a great way to change the mood of the space. Not only does this make the room more organized, but it also makes it feel new and clean. To make room for good energy to flow better, we get rid of useless papers. This makes your routine and the way you go about your daily life clearer and more shaded. The lighting in a room is very important to the energy that flows through it. Some Buddhist lessons and other space clearing practices say that lights that are out or dimmed mean that there is a lack of life and clarity. They mean that things aren't moving forward and that something important isn't getting more light in your life. Keeping lights that don't work or give off weak light can make your home feel darker, which can make you less motivated and less able to see new possibilities. Picture a room with a burned out light or a side of the room that is always dark because the light doesn't work right. People tend to avoid these places more, making them cold, uncomfortable, and unkempt. Additionally, some areas of the house being partially dark can add to a boring, energy-sapping, and tired atmosphere. When you turn off the lights, the energy in the room can get thick and heavy, which can make it hard to think clearly and even change how you feel every day. In order to avoid this, you should replace the burned out lights as soon as you notice they aren't working right. Picking lights that give off clear, comfortable light can help make the space feel new. Spending money on light that is both useful and friendly makes the space where you feel good. You might want to add lamps or torches to rooms or stairs that don't get natural light to keep the energy going. Instead, you can use decorative lamps to create indirect light points at certain times to make the room feel more peaceful, especially when you're relaxing or meditating. Crystals like selenite can also be put in places that don't feel very welcome to help make the space feel better. Replacing dark areas with enough light is a symbolic act that brings clarity, energy, and vitality back into your home, which can help make your life brighter. Tools in the kitchen, like plates, glasses, dishes, and even pots, are important to daily life and the energy of the home. Buddhist teachings say that these things reflect the married couple's wealth and health. They carry the energy of decay, fire, and lack when they are cut, burned, or dressed. Putting these things away in the kitchen can bring in bad energy and material problems, which can hurt family unity and the flow of good luck in the area. As an example, think about your best vase that has a chip after years of use, but you still use it even though it doesn't fit right. Or that plate with a small chip that you use every day because it doesn't seem like a big deal. The feeling that these things give off is that things are always unfinished and never end up being whole. Not only are they possibly dangerous because they can lead to small accidents, but they also make you feel like your life is broken, which stops positive energy from flowing freely. So, to avoid this, you should check your kitchen tools every so often and get rid of any that are chipped, broken, or no longer useful. Putting them together with new things, even if they are simple, helps to bring new life into the kitchen and make it a better place to be. Don't forget that you don't have to spend a lot of money. The important thing is to have things in your home that are in good shape and make you feel like you really care about it. You could also replace plates or bags that are broken with things whose design excites you or makes you happy when you use them. This not only makes the room feel better, but it also makes each lunch a time to show appreciation and gratitude. Small changes like these can make a big difference in how much wealth comes into your life. They let the universe know that you are ready for the best and are willing to try new things. When cooking tools are in good shape, the energy of nourishment and health is increased. This makes the space more welcoming and prosperous for everyone. There is a special energy in homes that has religious items like idols, pictures of saints, rosaries, and other spiritual items. These items are used to protect, connect with God, and bring in good energies. However, these relics can be harmful to the energy of the surroundings if they are broken, damaged, or have lost their spiritual meaning for the people who own them. Buddhist teachings say that keeping a sacred object in bad shape is the same as disrespecting the purpose of protection and harmony that it stands for, which can cause an imbalance of energy in the home. One real-life example is a Buddha or saint statue that fell and broke, maybe a hand or the head, but is still on show somewhere in the house. Another is a rosary that lost some beads but is not used. Even if the people who own these things mean well, they can become symbols of disrespect and abandonment, making the place feel spiritually disconnected. For example, leaving a broken or damaged image on an altar can make people feel disrespected or disconnected from faith. If possible, restoring these things is the best thing that can be done with them so that they can continue to protect and bless the home. If you can't fix it, you might want to do a farewell, write in which you thank the object for being in your life, and properly get rid of it, either by breaking it, destroying it, or taking it to a religious or spiritual center. In this way, you stop the item from continuing to hold on to negative or hurtful energy. You can replace them with new relics or spiritual items that fit with your current path. This will give your altar or meditation space a new look and feel. Putting things like crystals, plants, and rings on your altar can also help bring back good energies and improve your spiritual connection to the world around you. Remember that making sure the object works with your goal of raising the vibration of your home and keeping faith alive and present in your life is more important than keeping it. It is important to do an energy cleansing after getting rid of the things in your home that block energy to make sure that all the negative vibrations are gone and that new, positive energies can flow easily through the space. Crushing herbs like salt, rosemary, or rue is one of the easiest and most effective ways to clean something. These plants can clean the air, and when they are burned, they give off fire that helps get rid of negative spirits and create a safe and peaceful space. To clean your house, all you have to do is light the herb and move it through the rooms in a clockwise direction, picturing the smoke taking bad energies through the doors and windows. Doing this is a great way to clean up the space and get the house ready for good vibes. Using crystals to boost good energy and make places more balanced is another important method. It is possible to clean and raise the vibration of any area with crystals like quartz, amethyst, and selenite. By putting them in strategic places like the front door, the bedroom, or places where you feel like the energy is stronger, you can protect yourself from bad effects. Selenite is an example of a crystal that doesn't need to be charged again and again. It can be put near windows or in the hallways of bedrooms to keep the energy moving. You can also keep smaller rocks in places where you spend a lot of time, like your desk at work, to keep the energy around you fresh. Another popular and effective way to get rid of negative energy is to use selenite. It is said that selenite is one of the best elements for blocking and absorbing negative energy. Putting small pots with selenite in the hallways of rooms is an easy way to use it. This works especially well at the front door or other places where the energy feels heavy. After putting the selenite there for at least 24 hours, flush it with running water, like in a sink or toilet, to get rid of all the bad stuff. You could also wash the stairs with selenite mixed in with running water, or you could close all the doors and windows to make a barrier that keeps desperate spirits out. Along with methods for purification, one practice that makes a big difference is keeping the spaces clean and organized all the time. To make sure that good energy keeps flowing, the house must always be clean and organized, and setting that is well taken care of is a recipe for success and happiness. Arrange the rooms, open the windows to let air flow, and let in as much natural light as you can to change the energy of the rooms. Keep live plants around the house if you can. They clean the air and make the rooms feel more alive. Another way to bring good energy into your home and give yourself a spiritual focus is to make a small altar with windows, fresh flowers, and things that are important to you. By doing these things, you can make sure that the energy in your home always flows in a way that supports your life goals. Getting rid of things in your home that block energy is a powerful way to open up new possibilities and make big changes in your life. One of the benefits that you can feel right away is how light and clear the room feels. By getting rid of the energy that has been sitting still, you start to notice that the space around you gets brighter and airier, and the nightmare-like feeling just goes away. This has a direct effect on your mental health, giving you more energy and focus to deal with the problems you face every day. All of a sudden, this constant tiredness gives way to new energy and a desire to start new things and take advantage of new chances. One more great benefit is that it makes family ties better. When the energy moves smoothly, disagreements and tensions tend to go down, and the place where people live feels friendlier and more welcoming for everyone. Hey there! Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe to the station. See you in the next video.